Hello, guys. Hello. I think you can hear me all well now. I think I'm in. Am I in, Sammy? Here we are, guys. Welcome back to Blues Fans TV. Welcome to Sevilla 0-0 with Chelsea. We'll be getting loads of guests in as the evening goes on. Check with Sammy. There we go. All good, yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Anyway, guys, yeah, we're going to be getting guests in as the evening goes on. I'm going to be Pablo here for the evening, speaking to a load of Chelsea fans from all over the world about that game from the Blues there. Just starting with myself, I probably have mixed feelings on it. I think Sevilla are a really good team. I really do. You know, they were excellent against Bayern Munich. They just had a really good performance against Barcelona. Honestly, Sevilla are one of the best teams in Europe right now. It feels a little bit weird to say maybe, but I really think they are. They've got a really good system, a really good coach, and individually maybe they don't have the best players, but they are a really good team, Sevilla. And over 90 minutes with Barcelona and Bayern Munich, they both drew 1-1. So our 0-0 result isn't the worst. I'm quite happy with it. I think we can build on it. As long as we're beating like Krasnodar and Rennes, that's absolutely fine. But can you rely on this Chelsea team to do that? I don't know. Maybe we would have liked to see a little bit more from Chelsea today. I know attackingly, people were a little bit upset. And I think maybe, just looking at your messages here, you guys look a little bit upset about that one. Also, I think maybe we thought we could have gone out to win the game. Positives are we've got a good draw. It's a good point in my opinion. It's a clean sheet. Our team also looks a lot better. We've got, at least we've got a solid base now, which I've been speaking about for a few weeks now on here. Yeah, United also won. Got a really good win, didn't they? Just a little bit worrying. I'm not sure how I feel about the game against United on Saturday, if I'm being honest with you. Let's see. Let's just double check something with Sammy. Just going to add to stream. Hello.
Hey.
Tyrese, how you doing, mate?
I'm okay.
So on that game there from Chelsea, what do you think about that? Chelsea 0-0 Sevilla.
Oh, what a boring game. So difficult. So difficult. I think our biggest problem that game was lack of creativity because we weren't doing enough moving forward. And arguably we could probably said Ziyech could have started maybe.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us fans like to say start Hudson-Odoi over Mount, but Hudson-Odoi isn't that creative either.
Yeah.
He isn't. So the Ziyech is a creative player. That's the reason why he has so much assists, so much goals. He's a threat moving forward. But we were so poor moving forward, so poor. And I'm going to say this now, and a lot of Chelsea fans are probably going to give me slander for this, but if Mount starts at United, we will not score. And I'm going to be completely honest. We won't score. And I don't think we acknowledge this enough and say Mason Mount isn't a winger. He isn't a winger. He isn't a winger. Mason Mount is a number 8 to me because because what I look for in a number 10 is you either score a lot of goals or you either create a lot of chances. He scores a goal every blue moon, and he creates some chances when he can. But I don't like him there in the hole. And another thing, I don't know if you guys realize, but why was Havertz so deep? Why was he so deep? Why he couldn't be more in the box? He has the height to his advantage. He could be more in the box. I don't know why he wasn't in the box today, but moving forward, we were just shambles. It just didn't look like we knew what we were doing. We struggled to press again, and I don't think we're pressing well enough either. I don't know why, because last season I saw us pressing as a team, pressing as a unit, but now I don't know why Lampard. I don't know if Lampard told the guys to sit back and don't do anything because we're not pressing. It's just so strange. From the first game of last season, I saw us pressing. and now I don't see us pressing. So it's really weird. It's very, very strange. But some positives to take away: we kept a clean sheet. Mendy looked good today.
Yep.
Thiago Silva was composed. He didn't. He made a mistake in the third minute when he could have cleared the ball, but he just made it for. He was brilliant today. Zuma, I think he made like 1 or 2 errors, but he was good today as well. Chilwell was brilliant. He was man of the match to me, and arguably probably could be Reece James because Reece James was really good in the first half. I really thought he was good in the first half, and I'm really happy that we have 2 good young fullbacks because they're British as well. So that was really nice to hear because I don't think any team in the Premier League had 2 good English fullbacks in a long time. So that's another thing. But moving forward, we weren't good enough, and I don't know if it's going to be a change of formation for more goals to come, or if it's we got to play ZH. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know about us. I don't know if I worry about us just a little bit in terms of, at least today we saw a clean sheet, like you said. We saw the base of the team in terms of defense. Like, you know, that back four and goalkeeper, for me, that's the sort of defense we want to be seeing in the future. And he got a clean sheet, which is good. But in attack, are we that good? With so many creative players, obviously when ZH plays, I think we'll have more joy in the final third. But even with Havertz, Pulisic, Werner, and Mason Mount as well, I know he shouldn't be playing on the wing, but I thought we would have had enough to trouble Sevilla a little bit more out there today. So, yeah, there seems to be new issues cropping up every game. I mean, in the Southampton game, it was, we're so good in the attack and we're terrible in defence. And we rock up against Sevilla and we're really solid in defence, but we couldn't create anything in attack. So, it's been a frustrating start to the season for Chelsea, for me. I watched the games like, and it's always like we're always talking about what we could have done or what's gone wrong. So yeah, that'll be my thoughts on that. I hope it gets better. I don't know. Maybe we need to find a Lacazette hat trick incoming when you face us. Maybe. But I don't know.
Arsenal fans. I just ignore them. They're scum, aren't they? But realistically, if we need to look moving forward, we need to be balanced. We can't just be good defending and just not good moving forward. What is this? Like I'm going to be completely honest. I think Sevilla, the way how they were set up, I don't think they were playing for the 3 points today. And I don't know if we realized that they weren't playing for the 3 points and we just said let's play it like that as well because
both teams looked like they wanted to draw, didn't they?
Yeah, it was just weird, and I don't think that this is what we should be seeing.
No, definitely not.
Because we can't be good moving forward one game and then next game good and shit defensively, and then next game we're good defensively and then horrible moving forward. So we need to start that out, and I really don't want to see Mount on the wing anymore. I don't know if Lampard is learning from that. He's not a winger. Playing Hudson-Odoi there probably wouldn't make much of a difference. He probably could have moved forward a bit more efficiently, but he's not creative either, and that is what we struggle today. We didn't create much chances at all, and the chances that we got, we just wasted them. So I just really want to see ZH play because before the season started, we're probably going to say Werner is our most important player in this season moving forward, but it seems now that it's ZH because if no one's feeding Werner, and if the thing is, the creativity in this system that we play is supposed to come from midfield. Kante was never creative, so we weren't expecting him to be like a Cesc Fabregas. Jorginho, he could put in a good long ball every once in a while. He's a great passer, but he's better in a different system. But Havertz, he should be the point of creativity, right? Well, isn't that? Yeah. He's the one in the hole, and the reason why he couldn't really get to the best of his game because I think he realized that they were pressing him way too hard because they had 2 guys on him, They were pressing Havertz really hard, and that's why he probably realized about Lopetegui, the coach of Sevilla. He probably said, look at this Chelsea 11. Creativity usually comes in this system from midfield and arguably in midfield. So let's try and press in midfield as hard as possible. And that's what they did because early on in the game, Jorginho was being pressed mad. Kante, you can't really press him. He's better. And in the hole, Havertz was just being bullied, but he showed a bit of glimpses today of the quality he had because he made some good passes, little touches every once in a while. But I think we really need to start our midfield. I saw Kovacic came on; he was driving the ball forward so
Yeah,
quick.
he's good,
He should have
Kovacic.
started. He should have started. Arguably, he and Ziyech should have started. I don't think this Jorginho and Kante pivot works. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I really prefer Kovacic in midfield because he's good defense. He's decent defensively, and even if he's not there defensively, Kante will always cover him. So that shouldn't be a problem. But moving forward, Kante isn't that great, but Kovacic is. So why wasn't he playing? That's the only question I have with Lampard today. He should have started, arguably Ziyech, because in those 30 minutes he looked like he could have started to me. I don't know why he didn't start. He keep easing him. He's a top talent. He should be starting today. But other than that, it was just a poor game moving forward. We were defensively great, but I think that we need to start out our offensively. If Mount starts on Saturday, I'm going to leave this here. We aren't scoring. We are not going to score. He's not creative enough, and it showed today. Chilwell, he didn't even get to do much offensively, which is strange because he's usually much better moving forward, and he's decent defensively. But it showed his defensive game today. He was great, really, really good. And it's really sad for me to give a left back the match award because he's our only good player today. Moving forward, we weren't that great. So I hope that we can move on to Man United and probably get a result there because what I heard today, they had a tactical masterclass. So we're gonna have to see on Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it is, and see what we can do.
Well, thank you so much, mate. Thank you for getting your thoughts out there. I'm gonna have to leave it there and get someone else on. Thank you for coming on. Make sure you come back. And I think everyone would have enjoyed your thoughts there. So thank you so much, mate. We'll hopefully beat Man United on Saturday.
Up the Chelsea.
All righty. Next guest.
Hey, what's up, Pablo?
Hello, my friend. Hello. How are you doing? You seem very relaxed there after a 0-0 draw.
You know what? I've been thinking after the game for the past 10 minutes or so, and I've been monitoring some people about unhappy with Lampard. Some people, it's been like a neutral game, I would say. For me, it was like 50-50 game. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
Sevilla is a good side. They're a very aggressive and physical team. There's a reason why they won the Europa League last year, beating two English oppositions. I just knew what their game plan is, which was trying to disrupt our rhythm to get our players into booking troubles early. And at that stage, we just had to sit back and be patient. Not gonna lie, the first half we had to be like defensive.
Yeah.
Compactly defensive. Mendy had an amazing game tonight. Kept us a couple of times tonight. Thiago Silva today, he looked commanding as always. Defensively, we look good, but I think in the second half, going forward, I knew we were trying to be aggressive for the first 10 minutes, but I'm not sure whether you agree with me, but we're still missing those connections between those front four.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think we're missing like a link. I think we're missing a clear system between the midfield, the attack, and just in general the individuals also for how they're playing together. I think we're missing that massively, actually. So I think everyone would agree with that tonight. Defensively, we were good, but attackingly, we didn't offer Sevilla enough trouble, did we?
Exactly. Let's remember ourselves here. Hakim Ziyech only played 40 minutes. Came off the bench for 2 straight games. People need to calm down, and let's not being hypocrite on blaming Lampard on his substitution on that, because I believe, in terms of personnel, I believe he could bring on Tammy Abraham early just to get Timo Werner off or get ready for him for Saturday's game. Not gonna lie, Timo Werner had a rough night tonight.
Yeah,
he was had a rough night. Yeah, because I think for today, I just don't know whether he was isolated or whether it's not many players supported him in counter attack or something like that. It's just it's probably one of the worst. Not one of the worst, probably one of the wildest Timo Werner's game I've ever seen in Chelsea career. Havertz had a quiet game. Pulisic still rusty for me, still coming back from that hamstring injury. Kante for me at times, he's been overcommitted with his tackle and that. But when you look back on it on this game though, it's a good and bad draw.
Yeah.
But on going forward, defensively we look okay, but we just need to improve. On attack-wise, we have to be patient because let's remember these front four haven't played with each other for a whole season. We have to remember that.
It's true.
But we have to be happy with this result. Not gonna lie, yeah. With our other teams like Rennes and the other Russian team, we can look back on it like, all right, it's been us in Sevilla right now at the top of the group, but who's gonna be more willing to want to finish that top of the group?
Yeah. That's the thing. That to me, this point will look good, and I think it is a solid point. I really do. Maybe people will be getting upset, but people need to remember how good Sevilla are. They are a really good team. Maybe just their name. Like it's Sevilla. It's not like Real Madrid or Barcelona. They look like more inferior, but Sevilla are a top team. Probably one of the most well drilled in Europe right now as well. Maybe not the best because their players are quite poor, but I think a lot of the big teams are like faltering right now. Like look at PSG. I don't want to say Bayern Munich because they're a bit of a joke, but I mean, even they lost heavily the other day. Like Liverpool, Man City don't look like that convincing. So a lot of the big teams right now aren't that good right now. Sevilla are a decent team, but are playing very well right now. So they're in form. They're very good in their system. So I think it was a tough game, and I think we'll look back on this if we beat Krasnodar, and if we beat Rennes, we'll look back on this as a really valuable point. We will. But it's a big if. Are we going to go and beat those teams? I can't promise anything with this Chelsea. I cannot promise anything with this Chelsea. Honestly,
we never know with this Chelsea side.
We leave things too open. It's all one game we can be like very solid. Like today in the Crystal Palace game, very solid, very compact, very calm defensively. And the next game we'll be letting in 3 or 4 goals to some like rant to Krasnodar. Watch it. Honestly, that's the way Chelsea are nowadays. So hey, we don't know, but on tonight I go to bed happy with this point. But in the future, I could look back on it and think, oh, we should have given it more today. Because I still think we should have given it a little bit more in attack. But for now, I'm content. And I think you are a little bit as well, yeah?
Yeah. So,
well, I mean, thank you so much for coming on, mate. Final thoughts before you head off on the United game on Saturday?
Oh, you know what, yeah. I know some people like, I said that, no, it's a 0-0. We have, it's not like a proper Champions League Chelsea night.
Yeah.
But let's take on a positive side. We got United Saturday, and I think today we just released the Premier League squad. And when I look on it, holy shit, Peter Cech is in the squad. I'm like, what?
I know.
Are they taking a piss or something? Is he coming back or retirement? That'll be sick to watch him coming back.
Yeah.
But apart from that, man, let's just look on it and like, Saturday is a different type of game against United. I know they win against PSG. Well, it's a lot lucky bastard how they win against PSG. But you know, it's a different game against Chelsea. But we're moving forward. Roll on.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on, Father. Absolute pleasure talking to you, mate. And we'll see you very soon.
All right, so, man. Take care.
All right, guys. Just waiting for a few more guests as they come. A lot of you guys talking about the United game on Saturday. I'm not really sure how to think about that. I'm guessing United will get a penalty. And I can't say I'm particularly looking forward to it, but I think we need to find the right balance in our team, honestly. The defence was good today, which was really promising at least. Kovacic needs to start. I'd probably agree. I don't know in what midfield combination, though. Do we do Kante, Kovacic? That doesn't ever seem to work that well. Do we do Kante, Jorginho? That worked well for a part, but then not well for others. For me, we're missing our best 11 almost. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Jorginho gets in it. I don't know if Kovacic gets in it. I don't know if Ziyech, Havertz, etc. I don't know if it's a 4-2-3-1, if it's a 4-3-3. Those would be my main worries, really. as we wait for another guest. Ziyech must start. I think he will start. I think Lampard will start him against Man U. We've got to wait and see, though. But it's been sunny. Some of the other results. Lazio, I saw beat Borussia Dortmund 3-1, which I found quite interesting. People are calling Lampard a fraud, but forget how good Sevilla are. This is actually not a bad result. I would agree. People calling Lampard a fraud is harsh, but he does need to take some responsibility. Lampard, I think we've already seen this season that maybe his tactics aren't the best. Is he getting enough out of this good of a group? I'm not entirely sure. I think he needs to find some new combinations, some new things in the team. I think we need to see more from this Chelsea team. It is early days. We need to wait. We need to be patient. We've got so many great players that we just need to be patient to play together. But at the same time, the start has been worrying at times. How many games have we won? Very little. Very little games indeed. If I see Mount on the left and Pulisic on the right against Man United, I'm not going to waste my time watching it. Yeah, the Pulisic on the right and Mount on the left thing is just a bit ridiculous now, isn't it? I completely agree. I think it's nonsense. Philip says we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves with Werner. He scored 2 goals from defensive errors against a team that we're fighting for relegation this year. I agree. I think Werner thrives against the sort of defence that Southampton have. Remember the Southampton game against Spurs where Son and Kane just absolutely rammed them round the back with long through balls because they play such a high line. Werner did a similar sort of thing, but I think Werner's a top striker. He's always going to score goals, but we have got to be patient with him. I mean, it's almost a patience game with so many of our players right now. So we just got to wait and see how the weeks go on. We got United on the weekend. Like I say, can't say I'm looking forward to it, but message Sammy to see if there are any more guests coming on because we're a little bit lonely right now. Mason Mount first thing needs a rest just to accommodate Mount. Lampard is playing our best attacking winger from last season on the right. Yeah, it's true. That's really true. Right, Sammy, here you are. Hello. Playing our best attacking winger. Hello, Sammy. Hello, you right?
Yes, bro. How you doing? You right?
Yeah, all good, all good. We got guests coming. Now it's your turn. You want to speak a bit about the game tonight, mate? What were your thoughts?
It was an interesting one for me. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Hear you all perfect.
Because I did say at the beginning of the season, let's not panic until Havertz plays in the middle, Werner's in the middle, and then all the new signings, Mendy at the back, all the signings playing. And now today we have kind of seen that. Okay, take off Ziyech.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to get worried, but I still think it's too early yet. 100% guarantee this year is going to be a flop.
Yeah.
We still need time, but it is looking worrying at the moment.
Yeah,
we either defend well or we attack well. There's no balance at the moment. If we want a clean sheet, we're not scoring. So I think Lampard's got to really test his managing skills into tactics at the moment because I hate to say it, everyone knows I'm Lampard in. I've supported Lampard and I still do, but his tactics not working. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
It's not it's not working with this team. And everyone knows me as the biggest Lampard fan. So yes, Lampard needs more time. The team need more time themselves. They didn't get any pre-seasons and training, so fair enough. But it's not looking good. I'm not going to lie. It could be worse, but obviously for the amount of money we spent, we want to be fighting for the Premier League, don't we?
Yeah, I agree. Like every time I'm like, if anytime me or like anyone criticizes the team, like you have to be careful because people like get back angry and go back like, hey, give it time. But agreed, yeah, agreed. Give it time for sure. Like we don't just want like a click of the fingers. Hey, there we go. Like 5-0 every game. Obviously not, but I just think in general, is the system right? Like, are the tactics right? Are the players working that well together? We're gonna wait. We're gonna all be like, well, I don't know, all of us, but I know you and me and lots of other guys on here are all gonna be like Lampard in. We're gonna wait. Wait to see what he does because I think we did so well with us last season. I don't think there's another manager in the world that would have got that squad where he got them. So I honestly think he's proved himself, but he's got to do more proving on himself here because the signs aren't promising at the start of the season. Who have we beaten? Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Barnsley. Every other game has been a draw or a loss. Really? Like, for me, that's worrying. And I don't want to see that amazing fireworks like beating Liverpool 3-0. Losing to Liverpool 2-0 with 10 men is fine. Like I wasn't angry at that result, but the 3 goals to West Brom, the 3 goals to Southampton, the performance against Spurs in the Cup, even tonight was all right, to be fair. Tonight was all right. 0-0 against a good Sevilla team, much better in defence, but still, there are issues in the team, and I would have to agree with you on that.
I agree with what Abba Baba said. We will know by December, and I agree with that 100% because we blame a lot of goal. It's true. A lot of goals are caused by Kepa.
Yeah.
So we blame Kepa for a lot. But now we've got Mendy. So let's put away the Kepa slander.
Yeah.
We blame Alonso. Now we've got Chilwell. We wasn't happy. Giroud and Tammy wasn't all that.
Yeah.
So now we've got Werner and Giroud.
Yeah, exactly.
Mount's not a winger. So now hopefully in December we get to see Ziyech. So all the excuses
literally
from last season.
Our team is amazing. That's what I was saying.
It's going to be gone. So December's the real deal. You could still say it's too early, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's getting a bit bad. I still think it's players individual mistakes, but I also believe Lampard is also 40% at fault as well.
I would agree with that. People always put it all on individual mistakes, and it is true. Like when people like Zuma or Christensen or Kepa are like clowning around on the weekend, like it's not going to help. Like it's conceding us goals. 100% agree. And like kept passing it to Mane, for example. You know, like his wrists and stuff like that. Like it's awful. We know that it's terrible, but like at the same time, like you said, the system still matters, and I think Lampard still has work to do.
See, I disagree with this comment. Because as you just said, you've just clearly said many play individuals, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like you just said about Zuma, Chris, and the Kepa's pass back. So it is mistakes, but how many times can you say that? How many times can you, like if Lampard plays Alonso and Alonso causes 3 goals?
Yeah.
That's Lampard's fault for choosing.
Yeah.
So it's a balance. It's the manager and players.
Yeah.
And only December, January, we're going to see who's more at fault.
No, exactly.
It's not Lampard. But the thing with Lampard, he doesn't. When his tactics are right, they're good.
Yeah.
But when it's plan B, it doesn't look good. And what I mean is, certain games you can't play the way you want to play. For example, Mourinho always parks the bus. Always. Doesn't matter how good you are, or how little the other team are. He always was defensive. And then depending on how much they play, he changed the way he attacks.
Yeah.
And Lampard is not doing that. He's trying to do the same thing every week.
Yeah.
For example, when we beat Man City last year, we parked the bus and we scored on the counter with Pulisic.
Completely agree, yeah.
And then West Brom, we was attacking all day. And then we could concede 3. In the Premier League, defensive teams want you to attack them. We played exactly how West Brom wanted them to play. And Lampard needs to realise this attacking football is only important against certain teams, certain oppositions. I mean, so Lampard does need to learn a lot, and don't forget this is his 2nd year in the Premier League, 3rd year in his whole career. So he's going to make loads of mistakes, and he's going to make even worse mistakes now. He's going to do worse subs. So we do need to give him time, but obviously as Chelsea Football Club, we don't have time. So he needs to be really quick if he wants to be the manager next season. Because look at Oli beating PSG today, where we lost against Bayern Munich. I know it's not a fair comparison, but people will be looking at stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's got pressure now.
Yeah. And Ollie set up. Well, I think I didn't see the game, but I saw the lineup. They set up with like back 5, 3 defensive midfielders, like no Pogba, no Van der Beek, like no attackers, basically, just to sit in.
Second time, don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing it was pretty similar to the 3-1 with like the late Rashford penalty and that. Like, I'm guessing it was pretty similar. I haven't seen it. I'll watch it later, the highlights and stuff. But I'm guessing that they set up in like quite a decently low block, didn't let Neymar or Mbappe hurt them, and then hit them on the counter attack. And to be fair, like you said, we did that a few times last season, which is promising. That's why I backed Lampard a bit. And I've seen some really good tactical performances from Chelsea under Lampard. The 2-1 against Man City stands out for me. The 3-1 against Man U in the FA Cup also. 1-0 to Ajax. What games like that? Like really good performances, really good balance, like good counter-attacking football. But this season, to me, just I don't know, have the tactics gone out the window or something? We just look a bit.
I just think he has a tactic for the same every week, and it's so easy to like learn how to play against us.
Yeah.
Like just don't let Mount or Havertz get the ball when we've got no midfield, like no creativity, and that's I don't know. So Lampard's got to change his whole. He's got to have a plan B option basically.
Yeah, I completely agree. And just finally, if you want on your interview, little thought on Man United on the weekend.
I'm not looking forward to that, to be very honest with you.
Neither.
To get very honest with you, but let me just quickly plug something, guys. If you want to get Football Manager 21 at a discounted price, use our code in the description and the link below. And then what else? If you want cheap football gear, use our code BAG20 for 20% off, and use our link in the description below for a special price just for being a Chelsea fan. Looks like Lewis is going to be coming on in a bit. But yeah, Pablo, thanks for inviting me.
Yep, thanks for coming on. Yep, speak very soon, Sammy. Cheers.
Mate.
So we're going to get Lewis on soon, and even maybe a few other guests if whoever Sammy brings in for me. I still think we can beat United Saturday. Of course we can beat them, but it's just will we? Like honestly, are they going to get a penalty? Are we going to defend like clowns? Are we going to have enough in attack? A lot of questions really on that one. No, with our lineup, we can beat anyone really. Our best 11 is an absolute joke. That's what I was just saying to Sammy. Like our team is so good when it's at its full strength, which is why we have high expectations. Yeah, that's a really good comment from YB1 actually. The same United we are bigging up lost to Sevilla, and Sevilla pushed Bayern Munich harder than PSG did in the Super Cup. Let's face the fact that we played a very organised team who have far better chemistry. Yeah, I said that earlier, like Sevilla are such a top team, who deserve a lot of respect, and they've got like a really good setup right now as well. They play with a lot of confidence in a really good system. Yeah, Mendy looks really good as well, doesn't he, DJ? That like claw out in the first half, that was an excellent save, a really good save. That would have gone in with Kepa. So little things like that, I think Mendy will massively help us on. He looks like almost a perfect goalkeeper for what Chelsea need right now. Lewis, I believe we have now.
Yes, bro.
Lewis.
The connection ain't too bad. Is it good?
Yeah, you're all clear now, mate. You're all clear.
All right, good, man. Yo, talk about a bore fest, man.
Yeah.
It was another one of them where you could have got another 20, 30 minutes. We still wouldn't have seen a goal for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, I'm happy that the defensive organisation was a bit more solid. And I think the way we were playing was more defensively minded.
Yeah.
But it came at the impact of our attacking quality. You really saw from Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, they didn't really have the best of games. I can't lie. I'm Lampard out. I'm Lampard in for the longest, right? I promise you. But he's making it hard, man.
Yeah. I was just speaking to Sammy about that. Like, we need to see something from Lampard, really.
Yeah, I hear that. We need to see something from Lampard as well, but I don't know. I get with the start of the season, right? We still got this little gelling process and everything like that. I fully understand that. But there's game management problems that are the same issues from last season that are showing themselves again this time. First off, 2 attacking substitutions in the 91st minute for what? The appearance bonus. Also, Mason Mount here on the left side again. We're putting the best player we've had post-lockdown on the wrong side of the attacking midfield three to accommodate Mount, even though Hudson-Odoi's sitting there begging for minutes to prove himself, and he's coming on at the 91st minute.
Yeah.
like I'm not seeing it saying it's chaos or anything that deep like that, but like there's stuff that's like a little bit mind numbing, and it's like, what is happening?
Yeah, stuff like that was odd. I just saw like you said, bringing Hudson-Odoi and Tammy on in the 91st minute. I just thought, I was like, what are you doing, mate? I think, was he scared? He looked a little bit scared, surely, if he's doing that, which is worrying. I think in a big game,
even scared, bro, but like I don't get the thought process behind it. Like, what are we going to achieve by bringing them two on with 2 minutes left to play? We had 5 substitutions in this match as well, bro. We had 5 substitutions in this match, and what did we only go through 3?
Yeah, we only had 3 in the end. We basically only had 1. Like the Tammy and Hudson-Odoi subs, like you said, like what is that for the appearance bonus? Like they didn't actually play football for us.
Yeah, and both. Like, I've never said like they're not gonna have opportunities this season. I still think that they're gonna have opportunities, especially with how cramped the fixture list gets over the next couple of months with the Christmas period and everything like that. But right now, game management wise is the same issue that we've had from last season, where we continue to take games away from ourselves. The good thing, I'll try and find positives about it. Our goalkeeper Mendy was excellent. The defense was excellent today, except for maybe Kurt Zouma. But defensively, we were very solid. But we didn't know how to turn that into a victory. We didn't know how to push forward. For the most part, we were getting dominated by Sevilla. But when we were coming out, we were just poor. We were poor, man.
Yeah, I would agree with you on the positive about the defence, because that is so important for this Chelsea team. We can't defend, and having Mendy in goal is massive as well. But yeah, like you said, like the defence
lost 2-0 with Kepa in goal, you know.
Yeah,
we really would.
100%.
It's got to that point where anything coming near the net would be going in. Mendy we already knew he was going to start over Kepa just because of how poor the performance has been. But at the very least, he's justifying why he deserves a first team spot. Also, with the stuff with Petr Cech coming in, which also is an absolute madness, that we've actually been so bad in goal that we've had to pull Cech out of retirement. But I'm happy with that anyway, because that's our second best goalkeeper already sorted, and he just had to sign a contract.
But yeah, that Cech story is just it's just hilarious. Like the way Twitter just went absolutely mental when that came out. I was just like, I couldn't believe that.
I'm just on my way to the studio to film, and then I heard Petr Cech. Like, I've been joking about it for the last few days, but I was never serious.
Yeah. That's the thing. I thought, because someone could have so easily photoshopped it, but then I went on the Premier League website, and there he is, just sitting there in goal.
Yeah, I hope he gets a game. Like, regardless, just for a little nostalgia trip. I was saying it as well on my channel, Carefree Lewis G. Subscribe, by the way. Bring Lolishon back as well if we're going to do this. Because if you need him, you need the master behind the master as well. Yeah. Christophe Lolishon was the guy that brought the best out of him. That wanker Courtois kicked him out because he didn't like his methods, because he thought he was all big and that. If we're bringing Petr Cech back, bring Lolishon back as well, because he'll get the best out of him. He ain't going to have them dusted Arsenal coaches that made him look like a melt in the last few years. He's going to have the guy that turned him into a legend. Bring Lolishon back. Bring Cech back. I don't care. Run back the whole 2005 thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we can actually do with like a goalkeeping coach as well, because people were talking about that last season. I think Sarri had also like a different goalkeeper coach who, like, people said that's what people said that's like.
Yeah. Same thing with Conte. They brought in all of their people. But that's been the whole problem with Chelsea over the last 15 years. Regardless of how much we've won, we've never had a philosophy. We've never had something stable to work on and to build for a long-term future. Lampard is our best choice for that, which is why I'm not Lampard out. But same way, some of the decisions he's making are being very questionable. And I'm not going to be the sort of guy that's just going to suck him off because he's a Chelsea legend. I will always respect the fact he's a Chelsea legend. That's why I'm not running any Lampard out agendas. The same way, we got to fix up, man. We do need to fix up. We can't lose to United as well. I swear down, Ole has taken the mick out of us in the last year. And if we are really going to drop another 3 points to Ole, that's embarrassing, man. We can't do it.
I know, but like, are you hopeful on the Man United game? Like, honestly?
Yeah. I don't care about this PSG game, bruv.
Yeah.
They beat PSG 3-1 2 years ago, and what did that achieve? They went on a nosedive after that and finished sixth. I don't care about one result. I'll be real with you. Same way, this club is a catastrophe right now. Yeah. We can't go and lose to them in this state. Sorry, no way. We lost to them when they were in a better position. We've lost to them in worse positions. We lost to them when we were in worse positions. When's it going to be the case that we're actually going to go there and smash them?
Yeah, literally. I can't say I'm particularly hopeful, but we've got to go in. So we've got to try and put out a good performance, honestly. We've got to try and win a game. So I was talking to Sammy, like, we've only beaten Southampton, Brighton and Barnsley this season.
Yeah, we haven't even been Southampton. You've got to take that one out.
Sorry, not Southampton, not Crystal Palace, I meant. But, like, say when you look at it like that, like, everyone's saying, like, give it time, but the fact is we've only beaten, Palace, Brighton and Barnsley. Like, really? That'll be my worry.
Here's the annoying thing, because it's always been our own mistakes. It's always been errors in defense or individual mistakes and shit like that. That's always fucked it up for us. That's what we need to improve on. But for the last couple, the United game, here's the thing. We have a habit of, even ignored the FA Cup final, but we have a habit of showing our best in the big games.
Yeah.
Which is, even with the Southampton and the Sevilla performance, I'm not too worried because, especially last season, you saw us lose away to Everton, and then we went and won 2-0 away at Spurs. Then we lost to Southampton at home, and then we beat Arsenal away. You can't ever predict this club.
Yeah.
So I don't see any reason why we don't go and slap United silly, because we're used to that. Chelsea isn't predictable. You cannot predict this club. And same way, United are a tragic club right now. I don't give a damn. If we can't turn up for United, I'm asking more questions.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave it there because I've got to duck off quick. But thanks for having me on, bro.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on, Lewis. I'm sure all the fans enjoy that one.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care, guys. Check out Carefree Lewis G as well. Peace.
Thank you so much, mate. You guys are getting relegated. I don't know if we're getting relegated, but we've got to start winning games, though. We've got to start winning games. And I don't know if United's going to be the game we win. Just say it like that. Let's see, maybe we can do a few more, Sammy, like two, 3 more, maybe. Silva best defender. Thiago Silva was excellent tonight. Thiago Silva played tonight and basically proved why we bought him in. That's exactly why we wanted Thiago Silva. Pablo is lonely. Somebody needs to be summoned in. Don't worry, we had plenty of chats as the evening have gone on. I think Sammy's getting some more people for me now. Let's see if we can get a few more on. Lampard's job would be at risk if Ole beats him again. Probably. I don't know about our risk. I don't think Abramovich is going to get rid of him after he's built like the vision of the club and this much money around Lampard's project. But questions are going to be asked, like Lewis said. Big questions. They're already being asked. So, let's see. League is close. Only a few points off first. Fans always panic. Last season, we got waxed 4-0 away United. It's all about being patient. Team needs at least 2 months to gel. I agree. We're going to give the team the time. I know I am, and I know a lot of the other Chelsea fans are for sure. But no, like what? But we do need to see that improvement soon. I think it's the point of it. Really, we need to start winning games. What are my thoughts on Mason Greenwood? I think Greenwood's a really good young player, one of the top ones with Davies, with Haaland, with Ansu Fati. I think he's one of the young ones. I really do. I think he's a great young player. Chelsea, we're lucky to have lots of them also, but I think Greenwood is one of the top ones, mate. You don't get the point of us buying Havertz, really? You kidding me? Kai Havertz, one of the best talents in Europe. Someone who Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich would have paid 130 million for. Well, I mean, it was the defence that was good today, mate. Havertz is overrated? I'm not sure. I wouldn't say overrated. I think Havertz is one of the top youngsters in the world, honestly. I don't get rival fans. Some Chelsea fans, Paolo. It's not like we got spanked 7-2 or 6-1. We are getting disrespected. Mate, we're going to get disrespected either way. It's the life of a Chelsea fan. It's just the life of like how it works, like honestly. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, I mean, people are going to criticise, people are going to comment. But I've been saying all day, Sevilla are a really good team. They really are. And a 0-0 draw isn't a terrible result. We just wanted to see a little bit more from the attack today. We just want to see a little bit more from the team. We just want to see some better things from Lampard, from the team tactically. But yeah, it's a good point. I said it all. Sevilla are a really good team. Like, I watch a load of Spanish football in La Liga. Sevilla may be the most informed Spanish team right now, ahead of Barcelona and Real Madrid, honestly. Man United were really lucky today. Honestly, I didn't watch, but I'm sure they were. We need to buy Open Meccano or another class defender. There's too many mistakes in that back line constantly. Yeah, I think we can do with another young defender, Open Meccano. Also, Jose Maria Jimenez will be on the list from Atletico Madrid. Chelsea are in the win the Champions League with the right management and a solid defence and goalkeeper. I wouldn't entirely disagree. I think Chelsea have such a good team to challenge now. I will need to see stuff from it. I think we've got one of the best teams in the world, simple as. Sell Kante in January to get a Zakaria or Rice? No, I wouldn't sell Kante, but I would sign Declan Rice. Looks like Thiago Silva had a minor injury. Yeah, we can't lose Thiago Silva against United. We cannot, honestly. Do we seem light in the middle of midfield? The numbers seem light to finish the season. I agree. I didn't agree with getting rid of Ross Barkley. Look at him at Aston Villa. I know it's great for him. Maybe he wanted to go to get more play time, be a star at Villa, and he's being so good for them. But I weirdly like Ross Barkley. I think Frank needs to look at 4-3-3 formation. If he's bent on accommodating Mount, we need to use proper wingers and stretch the defences, get Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech on 1v1 situations. I would actually agree. I think a 4-3-3 could be a good bet. Either Havertz or Mount in a number 8 role. Then you've got Jorginho as the single pivot. And then either Kante or Kovacic as the interior. That could work, in my opinion. Score prediction for United? Oh, too early to say, mate. Oh, I don't know. But you don't know if we can count on Zuma yet. Yeah, maybe not. I still think that's our best defence, Thiago Silva and Zuma, I do. Mount is not class. Yeah, I don't think anyone said he was, but he is a good young player and he's done a lot for Chelsea. Yeah, Thiago's Tomori. Should try Tomori and Thiago Silva. Yeah, we should. Sevilla 10th and lost on the weekend. What do you mean? Mate, I'm going to tell you this right now. Sevilla have played less games than everyone else in La Liga. They're on the same amount of wins, draws, and losses as Barcelona. Sevilla are also one of the best teams in Europe right now, playing some really good football. They've got a good coach. They took Bayern Munich all the way. They drew to Barcelona. They won the Europa League. They beat United. They beat Wolves. They beat Inter Milan. Sevilla are a top team. I'm not having them losing 1-0 in the last minute to Granada. By the way, I'm sure you didn't know that. It was a late header from Yangel Herrera, who's on loan from Man City currently, for Granada, who are also a really good team. Sevilla had 10 men for half the game also. Juan Jordan, who maybe should have got sent off today, was sent off. So I don't know what you're on about that comment. Sevilla, one of the top teams in Europe, mate. Is Timo Best up top in his owner alongside Jude Abraham on the left wing? I spoke about a few times on here with some people that maybe we want to see Werner on the left wing with a Tiger man up front, but actually I don't think it works. I prefer him up front on his own. Unpopular opinion, our starting pivot should be Carver and Jorginho. Was a big factor with the run we went on last season. Fair enough, fair enough. If it was Sarri, you would have shouted him out. Yeah, I never said Sarri out. I actually quite liked Sarri. I really like passing football. It got a bit ridiculous at times, agreed. I don't think he was that right for Chelsea, but he did well, Sarri. He got third in the league. I think we competed. It was very solid. We won football matches quite consistently. We won the Europa League, which was honestly such an amazing moment. We so nearly won the Carabao Cup, lost on penalties. I thought Sarri did well. I really did. We'll give it a few more minutes, guys. I'll just go through some of your questions. I think we're not going to be able to get anyone else on the live phone in, but thank you to anyone who did come in. Let's see what else you guys can say. Timo's first touch was poor tonight. Yeah, it was. Werner's a little bit hot and cold right now, and as I'm sure a lot of our new players are actually. To be fair, I think everyone's a bit hot and cold. Like some games really good, other games not that good. Let's see. Actually, we get maybe one more guy in before the evening. Max has decided to come in. Let me see if I can get him in. Hello, Max.
How are you?
Hello, mate. Do you want to give me some thoughts on the game? Thank you for joining.
It's quite just a dead game, to be honest. Yeah.
You're a little disappointed, yeah.
I am a bit, but defensively, I thought we were quite good actually, and in attack, we were quite useless.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story of the day. Like, I was pleased though. Were you pleased with the defense? Because I was. Like, we got the back four and goalkeeper that we won. Like, that was good. I thought.
I was. Yeah, I was as well. Yeah, I thought it was really solid, and just going forward, there was just no threat on Sevilla's goal.
Yeah.
Didn't think there was much at all. But yeah, I thought Reece James and Chilwell were really good, and Silva was solid as usual.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree.
Mendy made a couple of good saves.
Mendy as well was excellent. Like the defenders and goalkeeper, maybe Zuma wasn't that good, but like even he can slot into the defense. Like I was impressed with the defense. I was. But like we said, like the attack was just disappointing. Like, what would you say to move forward? Like, what do we need in the attack and the midfield? What sort of players? What sort of formations? What would you do with like the lineup and the team?
I don't agree with Mason Mount being on the wing or him even being in the front four, like with Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, and I'd rather have like Ziyech there. And Pulisic has to start on the left. He's just not as good on the right. He played a bit more central today, I thought, Pulisic, which kind of lacked on the right-hand side. That's why Reece James got forward a lot more. And Reece James. Yeah, but no one. I saw like the average positions on Twitter, and no one was on the right wing. It was so central and like on the.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's because Mount was starting on the left, obviously, and Pulisic was starting on the right. But Pulisic always wants to come to the left. I agree that caused issues. That really did. So that's always the worst thing, and that's happened with a few other clubs when like the right back has to occupy the entire right side. That can cause issues. But I mean, I think in the future we'll have more going forward. We'll be able to hurt teams like Sevilla more when we have like Ziyech. But tonight it was just a bit disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Mason Mount could have. I rate Mason Mount, but I don't think he should start for us. I think he'd be quite effective when he comes on off the bench. But him playing on the wing sort of ruins our attack. I'm not even going to lie. I rate him though. I just don't think he's good enough to start for us.
Yeah, I would have to agree, especially when we've got players like Pulisic, like Havertz, like Ziyech, like some of the top. We're talking about the top players in Europe right now. It hasn't really sunk in yet, but Chelsea have got such an incredible team right now that maybe players like Mount, I think, have such a big role to play, but not 24/7 and not on the wing, because he's getting tired, and two, he's just not performing there. So I would agree with that. Let's get your thoughts on the United game on the weekend. Like, how are you feeling going into that one?
Yeah. Well, now I'm a bit nervous because they've come off that PSG win, and we've really struggled to break that Sevilla defense. And
yeah,
it just depends. Like, because against Southampton, I know we had a different defense and goalkeeper, but we were just horrific defensively in that game, and then we were so good in attack.
Yeah.
And then today, oh my days, it was literally the opposite, complete opposite. So, it's going to go either way for the United game. There's no fans, which gives us a little bit of an advantage because we haven't had much luck at Old Trafford recently, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah,
absolute pleasure speaking to you, mate. And
you too, mate.
Thank you so much. Alrighty, I believe we have some more then, maybe one final one, or we'll see. Bash Rudy, if he's available. Let's see if I can remove him. Everyone's camera seems to be a little bit still. Hello? Nope. Hello? Bash? Good evening, sir. Hello. I don't know if his camera has paused or anything, but yeah, come on, Bash.
Yeah.
Bash, I'm not sure if you can hear me, sir, but if you can, give me some thoughts on tonight's game.
It was amazing, man. It was just sorry.
Take your time. Whenever you're ready, mate, we're ready to hear your thoughts on the game tonight. I mean, it didn't go to plan for Bash. We'll see if he wants to join in the future. But Sammy, what do you want to do? Are we going to see when we get Bash in, or are we going to wrap it up? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sammy. Like, yeah, if you guys want to subscribe to my personal channel, that would mean the world to me. I do some Chelsea videos. Also, I talk a lot about La Liga on there. I'm a big Spanish football fan, so be able to just tune in for that. I do some videos sometimes on Spain, also national team. If any other Chelsea issues come up, I'll be making a video on that. But yeah, subscribe to that. That would mean the world to me. And yeah, that's when we're going to wrap up. We couldn't get Bash on in the end, unfortunately. But we got a few people to speak to. Yeah, bedtime. Probably agreed. Yeah, it's getting late now, guys. Busy day. That's where we're going to end it, though. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Blues Fans TV. Make sure you're using the codes to get FM21 and also all your Chelsea gear. Support the channel. Get loads of discounts on that. Scroll up in the chat and you should be able to find all of that sort of stuff if you want to go and get that sort of thing. But yeah, that's where we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who came on and had a little chat with me. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Enjoy yourselves. Chelsea got a good, important draw today. On to United on the weekend. Then back to the Champions League. Let's start winning games. Thank you guys. Great stream. My channel is just Pablo actually on YouTube if you can find it. I don't know if you want to type in Pablo Chelsea or something, but yeah. Yeah, that's where we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.